Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Dialed In Low Equity podcast, whatever we're calling this thing. Today we're joined by Amber. Before I introduce Amber and we hear a little bit more about her, we are always sponsored by RocketBotLeads.ai. RocketBotLeads provides us with day one on-market low equity data. Get leads before others even know that these leads exist. And I think that we include a coupon code down in the description if you guys are looking for a discount on the subscription. That was a lot of TIONs at the end of that sentence, right? Description, subscription. Confusing. I didn't know if I said the same word twice or not. Amber Browne, thank you so much for joining. Where are you from?
I am in Orlando, Florida.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about your experience, what you do, what you like. What's your favorite type of food?
Oh, well, let's start with food. It's definitely tacos.
Mine too.
You can do so much with them.
Yep. And any time of day, right? You can do breakfast tacos. You can do lunch tacos. The best kind of tacos, I think, are at 2 a.m., honestly. Yeah. I agree with you. What's your favorite kind of taco?
Oh, my goodness. I like the crazy ones that are not traditional. So Hawaiian-style tacos that have pineapple in them.
Yep.
You can even, I'm on a fast right now, so you can even go lentil style taco meat type of even on a fast.
I want to be kind to you, Amber. Can I talk about tacos now, or is it striking a nerve?
No. Please do.
Okay, cool. So I'm from Southern California originally, so just it's in my blood to love tacos. Just love them. I love Mexican tacos. I moved to Texas about 6 years ago. Now everyone says the Texas tacos are the best, that Texas has the best Mexican food. Not true at all. Texas has really good Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex is not Mexican. However, my first meal here ever was at this place called Torchy's Tacos. Have you ever been to Torchy's?
You know, I've heard so much about it, and it's on my list.
Okay, good. You would love it because it's the non-traditional type of tacos. You know, it's like their taco of the month is a teriyaki taco with, tempura or, whatever it is. Not really my thing, but it's good. So try it next time you're in town. Let's see here. Let's see if we can add Steve. Let's see what he looks like right now. So Amber, while we're trying to get Steve up, can you tell me a little bit about your experience in real estate, what you like to do, what you're great at, and also how people can work with you if they want to?
Absolutely. So I have been involved with real estate for a number of years. I've had pockets of experience, whether it's fix and flips, seller financed properties, commercial properties, just kind of like a little bit here or there. Where my passion lies is I'm looking right now into assisted living as well as co-living. Think themed co-living, like a Golden Girls model type of a home.
I love that. A Golden Girls motto. So we're talking like 70 plus, maybe 65 plus, women living in a home, maybe widows or something like that, where they all can kind of live together and grow and joke and wait for Betty White to show up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, with our senior care, affordable housing is very important. And so a co-living model helps in so many ways on the pocketbook, but it also brings community together. These particular ladies in this instance are looking for community to be around people, but then they might not need assisted living yet. They are completely independent. Mm-hmm. So I love it.
Very cool. It's real estate with a purpose, right?
Yes.
I love that. Very cool. Okay, cool. So today is a little bit different. It's just Amber and I today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be calling again today. That's my favorite thing to do. So Amber's going to start at the top of the list. I'm going to start at the bottom of the list. Amber, what we'll do is both of us, since we'll both be calling, let's both mute our platform here. If we get on a call, unmute. And then the goal here, of course, is just to kind of improve, right? This is an individual goal for us together to improve and teach and learn from each other. So let's just dive right in. I'll get to the bottom of the list here. I was looking for Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy is currently out of town, so I have taken over the business for the week.
Oh my gosh. How's that going for you this week? You super busy?
So far, so good. Yeah, I've been busy, but nothing I can't handle. So yes, we're good.
Good. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
It's Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. My name is Mike. I was calling about a listing of yours on Rockingham Drive. I guess it came out a couple days ago.
Yes, what happened is I listed it on the market and then we had to take it, we withdrew it. So the couple that's selling, they are under contract on another home and their lender has rental income in their loan for them to approve for the new home. So it cannot go on the market until they have closed on their new home. Mm-hmm. So I had to withdraw the listing. So it'll go back on the market. They're scheduled to close on February 21st on the new home. So it'll be like mid to late February before it goes back on the market.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I'll definitely keep an eye on Rockingham then. While that one's kind of in limbo, what I'm looking for is really a rental. And I'm not looking to rent something, but I'm looking to buy a rental. I'm a landlord. And I was curious if you have anything else on the market that might make sense for me to take a look at.
No, the only other thing I have on the market would be Cindy Lane, and it needs so much work. My seller is just asking too much. I mean, we've got several offers for like $240, $250, and she really wants to stick with like $275, $285, and it needs at least $30,000 to $40,000 in it. So nothing that would make sense for you right now. If she decides to come down, then yes, but unfortunately, no, I don't have anything else right now.
You know, price is always interesting. It kind of depends on the terms. If it's a cash type of thing, it's definitely not going to make sense for me. But would she be interested in seller financing that by chance?
I don't know. I could ask her. It's her mother's property, so I think they're kind of just ready to wash their hands and move forward, but I can definitely ask the question for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely do that. This is my cell phone, so if you want to reach out to me with any response, that'd be great. Okay. I actually just flipped a property on a Cindy Lane here in Austin, Texas, so I'm looking for another Cindy Lane property.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then let me ask her. I mean, obviously you haven't seen it. You don't know any details. I know that she's going to ask kind of what price for financing. So you want to look into it? You want me to send you some information on it really quick?
Yeah, text me over the address. I'll take a quick look at it. You know, what's interesting about me is as long as something makes money for me, I don't really care what it looks like. Okay. But yeah, I'd love to take a look at it regardless.
Okay. All right. I'll send it to you and then you just let me know kind of your thoughts. Okay.
Thank you, Lisa. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks. Okay. You too.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. So tell me, Amber, talking about that call for a second. What did you think about that call? What could I have improved on first? That's the most important thing I wanted to say.
I didn't hear the very, very beginning. And so after I tried to do my call, they didn't answer. So then I listened in. What I liked was the conversational piece. And what could be done better? I'm not pulling out anything personally. What do you think that you could have done better?
That for me, that call was really simple just because I knew that I wasn't necessarily talking to the listing agent. And she also basically pulled the subject property off the table right away, right? She said that the property was generating some rental income for them. for the sellers, and they needed to close on their next home before they even put this thing back on the market. So I didn't have to address that at all, which was nice. Not nice, but it's easy. It's just an easier phone call. I like the fact that I asked her about other opportunities. It's something that sometimes I do forget to ask at the end because I'm ready for the next call. But I think that there's so much value in asking the person that you're on the phone with about other opportunities. I mean, you have them on the phone already. I don't think that call was complicated enough for me to really screw that one up. So I think it was generally a fine call. I think it's fine. Fine. So anyway, back to Colin.
Awesome. I just saw that you have a listing that just came on market, Mallet Club Drive.
So that one I did have listed a little while ago, and he decided to take a break from the listing and took it off the market.
Oh, got it. Okay.
But I can revisit it. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. Are you an agent or are you?
I'm a buyer.
You're a buyer. Okay, so you are potentially interested. It sounds like it's because he kind of went back and forth a little bit on the idea of selling. He really wanted to, and then we didn't have a lot of traction. And then he was like, "Yeah, maybe we'll wait." So he may potentially still be interested, but we haven't revisited the idea in a little while.
Okay.
So I don't know. So there is possibility there. He took a new job over the summer, and his new job is quite a bit a ways from his house. So we have tossed and turned on the idea of selling. I just haven't circled back with him in a couple months, just with the holidays and stuff. But if you would like me to, I can definitely reach out to him and ask if he would still consider.
Okay. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm a buyer and I'm also an investor. And so what I do is I look at properties that we could purchase. And then on my end, what we're trying to do is see if they cash flow, so to speak, if we can have them like as a good rental property. And so this one I just saw on my list. And so I thought I would give you a call.
Yeah, there are actually quite a few rentals in that neighborhood. The one directly behind it is a rental. Or it was for a long time, and then I think it sold, and then I'm not sure if it
if it is a rental again. But there are quite a few in that neighborhood because it's an awesome location, convenience-wise, and I think there's quite a few Air Force families over that way with the base. So yeah, so I know there's definitely rentals in the neighborhood. But yeah, I'm not sure. I can definitely send him a quick message and just see his thoughts on it, and then let you know if that's okay.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
do you happen to maybe have other listings that might fall into this range of rental properties?
I have a few other listings, but they're not. Could they be rentals? Yes, but are they typical ones that I would say an investor would go for? Not really, just because the price point. On the other ones, I do have one in Vandalia, which is a great location for a rental, but it is a little bit higher. It's at $348 right now. Renting wise, I mean, I'm sure it could rent out for a decent amount as well. It's a good size house. But yeah, I can't think of any others off the top of my head that I have on the market right now that would be ideal, other than maybe the Vandalia one.
Okay. One other question with this particular one that you said the price point was $348 and it's just higher for an investor. Do you come across individuals that might be interested in seller financing? Something that we can do is we can come up to the price that they're asking, even sometimes if it's more, and but we just do it on terms. Are you familiar?
I am, but we don't really, and I've had quite a few people offer that idea to my sellers. I've never had anyone actually do that, mostly because a lot of my sellers turn around and reinvest those proceeds from the final sale, and they usually need it, the full sum at closing. So
Makes sense.
I haven't. Yeah, and so just with the market, I've had a lot of people need to do turnover and just reinvest that equity. So I haven't had anyone do it. I have had quite a few investors approach me with the idea, but I just, and in this specific case, they really truly need the proceeds too to buy their next home. So
yeah,
unfortunately, I don't think it would work with that one. But it does. I mean, of course, it doesn't hurt to ask. By all means, I don't. I definitely understand asking, but yeah, unfortunately with that property, I don't see them being able to do it.
Okay. Well, this is my cell phone, so go ahead and shoot me a text with the info on if that Mallet Club Drive would work out.
Yeah, I will.
And then any other properties as well. And I'll take a look at them. And hey, like you said, if we can put together an offer, at least we can present them something. And if it's a no, then it's a no. But if it might be okay, this could work, but we need to change the terms type of a conversation, which is completely okay.
Yeah, so that sounds awesome. I would definitely check with him. And I didn't know if you typically work with a realtor, or do you just represent yourself?
We have a team, and we have a realtor on the team itself.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And so I just go out and I look for properties that would interest us, and looking for rentals and also assisted living property. Like there's a whole multitude of things that we can do. And so, yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Perfect.
So I will ask him, and then I will definitely shoot you a message back just so you know kind of what he's thinking.
Perfect. Is this your cell phone, Mackenzie?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot you my information too, so that way you have it.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Of course. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, what'd you think? How'd you do?
I think that it went quite well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to be scripted. I just like to have ideas in my head of questions I want to ask and just let the conversation flow. And she seemed open. When I asked about the creative financing aspect, she was kind of like, well, it really doesn't work, but it wasn't a no.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the doorway is open for possibilities.
Okay, so is it okay? Is this a safe space? Can I shoot you straight on something?
Completely.
I found myself frustrated on your phone call. You wanna know why?
Okay.
Here's why. You bring so much value in terms of what you are eventually going to do with the property. And it's such a great story that I was waiting for you to bring that up, to make that kind of connection, emotional connection with the agent. I think that you're so mission driven. And I think that that provides so much value to what it is that you do. And it's also so memorable, right? Especially woman to woman, I think. You know, if you're talking to Mackenzie and you're saying, hey, Mackenzie, this is exactly what I do. And if she has any interest in learning more, and you can kind of go into a story too about it and be like, the reason I did it is because of this, right? And that's a conversation that she is going to remember. So I would say that every single time that you're talking, at least to a female agent, I would bring up your mission right away. So when you're talking about like cash flow and things like that, what I would have said is, hey, Mackenzie, for a few reasons, which, I won't get into yet at this moment, but, my mission is to purchase properties and then have sort of, whatever you called it, the Golden Girls equivalent of co-living. And so I'm looking for properties that would be really good fits for that. I'm curious if you have anything else available or if this is a good fit for it. And what she's going to start to ask questions about it, right? What do you mean? I think that there's so much value there. It opens up so many possibilities that I want to hear you kind of pitch that just to see what their response is. Because if I had that level of, it's making me want to kind of look back at what I'm doing and lead with my mission. Does that make sense? I was frustrated in a good way because I think that there's so much room for you to say, this is exactly what I do, why I do it, and this is my end goal. Can we work together on it? Or do you have anyone else who you can refer me to who would be a good resource for me? It's sort of like, could you imagine going up to someone saying, hey, it's regardless of the type of agent that they are. You know how sometimes you run into a red agent and you just want to hop off the phone? Could you imagine going up to even a red agent and saying, hey, Tim, what I do here in Austin is I house women who have been in abusive relationships. And I have more women who are looking for homes so that they can get out of their situation. Do you have anything available for me to take a look at that might be a good opportunity for me to purchase and turn into a co-living type of space? I can imagine that even that red agent who's not excited to have this conversation is like, okay, yeah, now I understand where she's coming from or he's coming from. I was looking at the list here and I want you to call line 8, Everest. That's a smoking hot deal. Call that and hopefully you can get a hold of the agent. And do you want to practice your pitch or are you comfortable doing your pitch?
Well, practice is good, so we can totally practice.
Sure. Let's practice it for a second. Let's do a quick little role play.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, why, when you're like role playing, does that happen?
Totally. You forget all.
But when you're live, like in it, you just go with it.
Yep.
All right. So ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Mike, this is Amber. I was giving you a call about the property that you have listed on Everest Court.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to find out some information about it. How's it going? How's the listing going?
We're brand new on the market. And so we have a couple showings set up. We have an open house this weekend. So tough to say, but I think we're getting some good activity.
Oh, okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, it was flagged for me. I wanted to just tell you a little bit about what I do.
Dive right into it.
Yep. This property was interesting to me because I'm here locally in Orlando, Florida. And we work on projects that we put together themed houses. Think Golden Girls Home for our moms, our grandmothers who maybe not need assisted living yet, but don't want to live by themselves, need a more affordable way to survive. And then they also want to be in community with one another. And so I was looking at this property, and you're in Texas, and I don't know if this property would particularly work for what I want to do. And it sounds like you have a lot of interest with it, which is very good. But maybe, Mike, do you have any other properties that would seem to fit this type of mission that I have?
Well, this one might fit it. What exactly are you looking for in the type of homes that you're purchasing?
Sure. So multiple bedroom spaces. I'm looking for just common areas, that sort of thing. And then looking at the price point of these homes and really seeing if there was a fit to be able to purchase. And then on the back end, we also look at creative financing for an option, meaning we can come up to the asking price on terms. Mike, do you know maybe this house or any of your other sellers? Is this something that might interest them?
Hard to say. I think I have to have that conversation. Do you mind if I give this a shot? Coming out of roleplay, do you mind if I give it a shot from your side, Amber?
Yep.
I don't know how this is going to go, but just kind of spitballing here. I like doing these things because as stuff comes out, you can kind of grab what you like or throw away what you hate. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Amber, my name is Mike Jackson. How you doing?
Hey, I'm well.
Good. I was calling about the listing that you have on Main Street here. I know that you guys are brand new on market. Have you guys received a lot of activity on it?
I've gotten about 4 different calls, and we need to do some showings. So I think it's pretty hot right now. But like you said, it's brand new on the market. So you have some interest there?
Yeah, potentially. Good luck with this listing, by the way. It looks beautiful. The reason that I was attracted to this one initially is because my partners and we purchase homes, and basically what we do is we provide communities for, we like to call them golden girls, women who are maybe of advanced age. I don't know how you say that, but you know what I mean. We provide sort of single family home communities for elderly women who may not need necessarily assisted living at this point, but we're looking for homes to purchase that might make sense or might make good opportunities for us to create these communities in this area where this home is. Just out of curiosity, it looks like this is a 3 or 4 bedroom. Is that right?
Yes.
And just, I know that co-living, this whole idea of co-living might be new. It's kind of new to me too, although my partners and I are building up our portfolio. Is there any room for us, for example, to make any common area into its own bedroom? I don't know if that makes any sense. I was kind of spitballing there, but I think that if you lead with value and all that you say is, this is what I do, right? Nail down that elevator pitch of my partners and I create communities for blank. And the way that we do it is we purchase homes just like the one here in Burleson, for example. And we typically try to maximize the space for bedrooms. So, I don't know if it works for this one, but I just want to touch base with you at the very least in case we come across properties that might be good fits for this. I wouldn't necessarily dive into the creative aspect of it yet, but I think that if you lead with your mission, it's going to be really helpful because then you can transition, say something like, if you look at that last column there on the data, it says what the net to seller is with a traditional setup. So I like to bring that up and say, look, it looks like based on the current asking price and what the sellers owe on this mortgage, and I don't know if my data is correct or not, but it looks like they're going to walk away with about $7,000 or so. I don't want to give you an offer that decreases that net to seller. do you think that your sellers would be open to, for example, me doing something a little bit more creative, like taking over the payments on the mortgage? Just seeing where that goes, you know?
I like that. Instead of putting out creative financing like in the middle, you just like leaned right into it of presenting it.
And with a reason too, right? You bring something up. You don't want to give them a cash offer that's going to decrease their net at close. Just out of curiosity, another way that we purchase is by taking over payments. Would you guys have any interest in that type of an offer on this home? And then at that point, what you can do is layer the value, right? We pay for all the closing costs. We pay commissions. I leave that really vague, by the way, because what you don't want to say is, I'll pay you 6% commission, and then you're stuck in it, you know? So leave that kind of vague, but then you can just layer it. We can close on the time frame that the sellers want to close on. We're super flexible. You know, if you guys ever want to discuss this type of an option, we're here for you.
Awesome.
So do me a favor, when you're ready, try calling that listing. That's a smoking hot deal. Whenever you're ready and comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the floor for one moment.
Hello, this is Christina.
Hey, Christina, this is Amber. I was just giving you a call. I saw a listing for Everest Court that you have.
Yes.
Do you still have it on market?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I was looking at it, and then I'm calling you from Orlando, Florida area, but I was looking at this particular one. What we do here in Orlando is we purchase homes, like a rental type of home, and we theme the home kind of like Golden Girls model. Did you ever see Golden Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a unique thought, but putting together a community of elderly women who, you know, they're independent. They're not in assisted living, so to speak, but they're not there yet. But then they don't want to live alone. They need affordable housing, and then being able to put them in a community. And so I wanted to just give you a call and see if you might have this listing or any other listings that might seem to fit something like kind of like we could work together on finding properties that would fit this type of model. I don't know. I'm just throwing some stuff out here because it's a really popular thing coming up now to they call it co-living. I don't know if you've heard of that term before.
No.
Wow. We're still working through the kinks about it, but so far it's been really successful in just putting together like a small community, like 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom ladies together over a common theme.
Yeah. Well, that's really cool. So are you like a private investor, or do you have a company that like all does this, or tell me a little about that?
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm an investor, and I do work with a team that does this, and our market is Texas, even though I'm calling you from Orlando.
Yeah.
But we were looking in all the general areas, and so Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I would give you a call and then just kind of open up the idea to you and see if you had anything that might fit this.
So with it being elderly, do you primarily look for single story, or are 2 stories okay?
They are both okay. Single story, though, is creme de la creme. But sometimes we find 2 stories work as well. And so I'm kind of just open to anything. One of the things that we look at too is on certain properties, we're not opposed to doing like fix and flips, fixer uppers, I should say, for a property. So you might come across listings that might not look pretty to list, and or then other properties that maybe your seller wants a certain price, but it's just not moving at that price. And so we can do other options like taking over payments, and then we also pay all the closing costs and commissions and just all of the things like that.
Okay.
So
very good.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I feel like this neighborhood would be really good for that because it's really quiet and it's really pretty. And I know that my seller loves the neighborhood. I mean, he's still moving within the neighborhood. He just, they just went through a divorce. So he's just trying to get a fresh start, but stay in the same community, basically. And so, it's a great community. I feel like that'd be a great one. And rentals are allowed. Do you want me to send you more info about this particular listing?
Yes, please. And this is my cell phone. You can text me.
Okay. And what was your name again?
Amber.
Amber. Okay, perfect. I'm going to save you in my phone.
Is this your cell phone?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll shoot over a text message with my info as well.
Okay, that sounds good. So we'd love to work with you. He's super motivated because he was going to rent it out, but then he found out because he's a veteran and he has a VA loan on the house. And so with his new purchase, he doesn't have enough entitlement to have both houses. So that's why he's decided to just sell it instead of rent it out.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he's already under contract for his new house. We were supposed to close February 1st, but we just need someone to buy his house ASAP. So I feel like that'd be awesome for y'all.
Awesome. Okay, I appreciate it. And then I'll shoot you over a text, and then I'll take a look further into this.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, Christina.
You too. Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.
What was her reaction when you said what you do?
She was like I forgot the actual words, but there was interest there.
Correct. And the inflection in her voice was like, oh, that's really new and exciting to me.
Yes.
Right. And so what happens in that situation is that the agent opens up in a way that she wouldn't have if you were to say, hey, I want to buy your house creatively. Right. And I think part of it is definitely the fact that she's a woman. Part of it is just that you are very mission driven and focused with this. But she opened up and she wanted to hear more, right? When you said the golden girl model, that's the term that she loves. So stick with that. I wouldn't have thought that would work, but it worked.
Yes. That I felt the difference. I felt, for me personally, I was like, I don't know where to go from here. Just keep moving forward and make the connection. And then she mentioned about the VA entitlement, and in my mind, I was like, oh, that this property won't work. But as you said, it's not about this property. It's about what we're building with the realtor, the agent.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't even want to touch on the VA stuff, honestly, because I think that just focusing on your pitch, your elevator pitch for what it is that you do, Do you ever get into a rhythm with your phone calls, for example, where you say the same thing over and over again, and you kind of get bored with it personally, but you're saying it because it results in what you want it to result in?
Mm.
You know, it's sort of like my opening line. What kind of Celsius you drinking? I'm drinking a 3D.
Kiwi guava.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Is that sparkling or not sparkling?
Sparkling.
Yeah, you got to have sparkling. I feel sometimes like my opening is I get bored with it personally, and so I'll switch it up sometimes, but it's more for my benefit than it is for the benefit of the result of the phone call.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why I do that, because it works, right? I stick with what works at least a majority of the time. What the key for you is going to be, how can I fine tune my elevator pitch so that in as few words as possible, you communicate to the agent exactly what it is that you do. And I saw you smile a few times during that phone call. And I read that, by the way, as, okay, maybe I found something here. Did I read that right?
I felt that, like, a little personal thing is, like, once I said something that I'm very analytical and I'm very integrator. And so if I'm not careful, I just try to check boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, I was like, I said what I needed to say and I got my point across, and it was received well.
Yep. Check that off the list, right? You did what you intended to do and the result was good. At that point, it was like, okay, now where do I take this? Right? But that wasn't the goal of this call. Was let's work on the pitch first.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you nailed it. You know, I think that it can definitely be fine-tuned, but the fact that you had a conversation with an agent saying that we do the Golden Girls model where we provide a community for these types of women, you know, I don't know if it works for this situation or not. By the way, she asked a great question, I thought. What was the question that she asked that I might be referring to?
First story and second story, which
Yep.
First story, like, the answer is first story.
The answer is one story.
Always.
Right.
But I just said I'm open to just to not cut it off. But yeah, but it shows her engagement in, like, okay, as in, like you said, you made a comment about how can me and the agent partner together on this. And that just showed her coming in and saying, yeah, I want to help you with this.
It's always going to work. Always going to work. The way that you pitch that, if done correctly, is always going to work 100% of the time. Always. Now, in terms of the financing side of it, that's a whole different question altogether, but we'll get there, right? You want to get your foot in the door. I want you to continue to keep this momentum up. So I'm going to defer to you for the next, I want you to get on one more phone call. I want you to go down this list, and I want you to find a female agent. Don't call male agents right now. I want you to stick with female agents. Okay. And refine that pitch. However you see fit. Like, play with it. See what works, see what doesn't work. This is your opportunity to try different things. But I can guarantee you that the results is going to be very, very similar.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm proud of you, Amber. Great job.
Thank you. And I appreciate you. You've just changed it in my mind as well, because starting out, I was thinking finding a house, finding a property for an investor versus finding an agent to work with my driving force of what I'm doing. Because, hey, this property or whatever properties they have might not work for my mission, but it's an open door. That's, like you also brought out, it is memorable. I'm going to become the Golden Girls home lady. Like,
have you bought a domain name like goldengirlscoliving.com?
Here I go.
goldengirlsliving.com is something like that. By the way, this is going to air in 2 weeks, so you got plenty of time. You got plenty of time to figure this out before it gets out there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to be the Golden Girls girl. And, think about it this way. You're saying the same thing. If you go up to her and you say, hey, Christina, I'm an investor, right? Alternatively, if you say, hey, Christina, I buy homes and this is what we do with them, aren't you saying the same thing, basically, that you're an investor?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing. It's just phrased differently. And the whole goal of any of these phone calls is to get on the same side of the booth as the agent, right? You guys want to be working hand in hand, not against each other. And so any way that you can do that, you should lean on. It's sort of like for agents calling agents, there's an advantage over me, who's a non-licensed person calling an agent, right? They look at me as if I'm the devil or I'm competition, as opposed to an agent like, okay, we speak the same language, we've been through similar experiences. Yours is a little bit different because you're saying that you're an investor, but you're coming at it from a very, very focused, mission-driven perspective.
Yes.
Keep that momentum going. Call again.
Awesome.
Might make you make 2 phone calls, but keep this up. While you do that, I'm going to look at domain names for you.
Awesome.
GoldenGirlsCoLiving.com is available, but I think you need something more fun. Like Golden Girl Adventures. I don't know. Something like that.
And side note, I just saw they're doing a remake of it with like Tina Fey and Lisa Kudrow and some others. And I'm like, this might be interesting.
I love it. Capitalize on it, right?
Yeah. Not that I'm like watched every episode or anything, but the fact that it is a hot topic right now inside of like Netflix. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you're combining a popular business model, co-living, with a trending show, trending idea. I love it.
All right. Let's call.
Hello, that's Antonella.
Hey, this is Amber. I was giving you a call. I saw that you had a listing for 33 Acclaim at
Yes.
Lions Paw. And I saw it's Daytona Beach, so that's amazing. How's the listing going for you?
Doing well, doing well.
Awesome. I was giving you a call. I saw this property, and I'm over in Orlando, and I wanted to just, I'm looking for properties that I could turn into a Golden Girls home. Are you familiar with the Golden Girls show?
Yes.
So I'm thinking that home where our seniors could live, like older women, obviously, that don't need assisted living. They're more independent, but need the affordable housing aspect. But then also they are looking for a community because they don't want to be by themselves. And so I'm not sure if this particular property that you have listed would work, but I just wanted to call and chat with you and see if maybe you had this one or other listings that might seem like a fit.
Yes. May I ask, do you work for yourself or are you working for someone in particular for this?
I work for myself.
Okay. Now, the reason I asked, it's kind of funny. My mom currently is working for an independent, like exactly everything that you're naming. They want to call it the Golden Girls as well.
What?
So I was like, is this the same business? Because I know she hired a marketing lady for her, so I didn't know if she was like expanding. But I mean, everything that you're mentioning is the same that she has in New Smyrna Beach. So I was like, let me just ask.
Wow. Well, it is you can tell it's a popular thing right now, this concept. And we're in Florida, and as you know, that's God's waiting room. And
Yes.
so we need something for our seniors. And I love assisted living as well. But what I keep coming up to is I have some ladies in my church who want community, but they're living by themselves. And I don't know. I was just like, let's go with this idea and run with it.
So I don't know if you would be interested, but the like everything that you're explaining, my mom is a chef. She used to be like a CNA, and she worked in assisted living, but she also has her own cleaning business, and she's a chef. So right now, what you're talking about is also already established, and they're looking for independent women. And, you know, I've been helping with marketing as well, but it's a beautiful, beautiful home already established for what you're doing, like what you want to do. And they have like a heated pool, they have jacuzzi, and, you know, room, board, and kind of like a retirement for independent living is already happening. And they're actually looking for placement. So even if any of them were ready now and you wanted to really, you know, get to know it or check it out, that would be a good idea. But if you do want to like start the business and move forward, I do think the one at in Daytona, my listing would be good for it as well. But the one that I'm talking about in New Smyrna Beach, it's already established. It looks like a mini mansion for for independent living, and they're actually looking for placement. They don't have anyone in there besides her mother that lives there.
Amazing. Okay, so yes, definitely want that info. And I would love to be connected to your mom as well. What's your mom's name?
My mom's name is Eleonora.
Eleonora. Awesome. Yeah, like so interesting. If anything, being able to, if it's not working together, but if it's just knowing of one another and being able to help with placements and
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
We could definitely like collaborate that. I know she'll be, like I told you, right now she's, you know, paying someone for marketing. So I'm like, wait, is this the person she's paying? You know, because literally everything you're saying is already established. She used to own a bread and breakfast hotel, the lady, and she sold that, and she built, like, I swear, it's like a little mansion in in New Smyrna Beach, and it has heated pool, jacuzzi. It's so modern and beautiful in there. It's literally, and she is going to call it the Golden Girls. Like literally everything you said, it's already established, but she can't find the placement. And I'm sure that if we work together,
Yes.
like me and you, and if you could get her the placement, she will most likely, you know, give a referral fee and, you know, help you out as well as me out, either or, for getting the connections.
I would, yeah, and I would also love to come visit the place too and meet you guys. That's amazing.
Let's set that up. I think that would be amazing because, like I said, my mom needs the work too.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mom's living there, right, for free, but she's like, I need the clients. I need to be making some money now.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And if you have that connection and we would love to show you and, partner up and collaborate and, work together. And you're a realtor as well?
No.
No?
I just invest. I buy properties, and this term is kind of called co-living, where you're like renting out rooms type of a thing.
Okay.
And so I wanted to
I'm interested. Yeah, in that too. I wanted to do the same thing that you're talking about. I'm a realtor, but I'm also I invest as well. And my husband's actually a loan officer. We're kind of like this one-stop shop here in Volusia.
Very nice. Okay, sweet. So let's set this up. Is this your cell phone?
Set this up. Yes, this is my cell phone. Is this yours?
It is. I'm going to shoot you over my information so you can save it forever.
Yes.
And then, let's make an appointment. I'm in Orlando, but I have no problem driving. So.
Okay.
Sweet.
And as far as these ladies that are looking, do you know roughly how many?
I have 3. They are in the Orlando area and wanted to stay like close by the church.
Yeah.
But I also have a large network of people.
Okay.
Like my market is between Jacksonville and South Orlando. So, you don't.
Smyrna is beautiful to
Gorgeous.
Retire. I mean.
Yep. I have a friend that bought a house
you should see
up
this
there.
home. Like, this home is like my dream home.
Ooh, okay, I am gonna see it. Awesome.
Yes. Okay, so when we get off the call, I'll call the owner, and we'll just coordinate a time to all meet in person.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, perfect.
Sweet. All right.
Thank you so much. And your name again?
Amber
Antonella. Perfect.
Yes. All right.
Then if you were looking, like you did want to take a look at that home,
Mhm.
I am doing an open house Saturday from 12 to 2.
Open house. Is this the one on Acclaim?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be in North Carolina this weekend.
Okay.
But yeah.
But either or, I could always show it to you because I am the listing agent, and there was elders that used to live in there before, and they loved the community. They just had to move to have their their family members take care of them.
Yeah.
So they moved to Oregon. So they're very motivated as well. So it would be a good, deal as well. I get a lot of interest, but with this market, it's been a little cuckoo.
Yes. Yep, I know. It's like we're at a holding period. It's all kind of crazy.
It's always these shifts.
Yes. Okay, awesome.
So
well,
thank you, Amber. I will call them and give you a call back. Sorry, I have a client on the other line.
No worries.
But I'll get with you. Thank you so much.
All right, text you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Mike, this was awesome.
That was an amazing call.
Lead with the mission.
Lead with the mission. You never have to talk about financing. You never have to talk about anything else. After your introduction, what's going to happen is their response is going to dictate where it goes. You're 2 for 2 on some really, really solid phone calls. And that's an amazing agent to connect with who's in your local market. I mean, it's not local, but it's relatively local.
Yeah.
Imagine the odds of you calling an agent whose mom does something exactly like it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
Killed it. Killed it, Amber. Great job.
I think this is why I love this. The direct to agent is the people.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to connect with and really how can we help one another or even partner with one another, like to do some great things. Yeah.
That call, when she picked up, I was a little afraid. I'll be honest. Her response wasn't, it was like, okay, what are you calling me about? And she very quickly transitioned into, holy smokes, I can't believe you're calling me today.
Yeah.
I
Thinking
love
I was the marketing lady for what her mom's doing. It's like,
right.
oh.
Small world. Very,
Yes.
very small world. But that's the world that you have to dive into, right? This is now your world.
Mm-hmm.
So tag yourself as the Golden Girls lady before they ever do.
Yes.
Market the crap out of yourself. Amber, I am so happy for you. I think you found your voice.
I think so too. I appreciate you just taking the time to do this for us.
Of course.
And I've been making calls for a while, and I had some moments of, am I wasting your time, or, I've been doing this, like maybe save this space for somebody who's newer. But obviously this was a very purposeful moment.
Thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
All right, well, that's a good spot to wrap it up. So as always, thank you guys so much for attending. Really do appreciate your support. If you're interested in attending, please sign up. It's always fun. We always find a way to give each other really solid feedback and improve. So this hour that we spend together, I feel like it's worthwhile. I hope you guys do as well. Amber, when people want to sell you a deal that is specifically for Golden Girls, how can they reach out to you directly?
You can get in touch with me through, just reach out 407-461-0783. Shoot me a text, and let's figure out how to make this mission become a reality, and looking to partner up with anybody who feels, that same yearning to move forward and help our seniors.
I love it. We'll see you guys next time.